Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the answers to your review. All right. The first problem, it is expanded, so we're going to condense it. Whenever I see addition, it really is multiplication. The purpose of condensing it is so I don't have all these logs. So it's only going to have one log. So log 2, 4x. I cannot go any further because it's a variable and there's nothing on the other side of the equal sign, okay? All right, number 2. It's going to be log 2. Help me out. 8 over 4. What's 8 divided by 4? 2. So log 2 of 2. So 2 to the what is 2? 1. So the final answer is 1. Okay? Notice when I condense it, it's not log 2 of 8 over log 2 of 4. It's log 2 of 8 divided by 4. Good? All right, number 3 ends up being log 2 of 7 times 64, which ends up being log 2 of 448. I told you that would be fine, okay? But if you took it a step further and did the change of base, it is log 448 divided by log of 2, which gives me 5.6. Now that seems off. Hold on. Did I do it wrong? 8.8. Did I type it wrong in the calculator? You did log of 448 divided by log 2? Or did you do? Oh, you did the shortcut on your... Okay, so hold on. Whoops, undo. So 2 to the x equals 448. So it should have been the log of 448 divided by the log of 2, which is 8.8. Okay, sorry about that. I must have typed too fast on my calculator. Okay, number 4 should be the log 4 of 256 divided by 64, which is log 4 of 4, which is 1. Shortcut, when they match, it cancels to 1. It simplifies to 1. Okay? All right, this last one should be log 3 of 5x squared, because this 2 had to come up. And this one here should have been log 3 of 5 divided by x squared. Everyone good with that? Do you need me to raise the screen? It's tricky on this one because it's not, I'm writing actually on the worksheet. Yes, ma'am. Do I have to do? In number 5, the 2 became a power, so it's x squared. Oh, did you x squared times 5? You wrote it as x squared times 5? No, you can't do that only because if you put the 2 in front of here, it puts the power to the 5 and to the x. And the 2 is technically only with the x. Okay, good question. Sorry, I just didn't get the wording. Sorry. Okay? Everyone good? All right, and again, you can go back and watch this on Google Classroom. Okay. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on to number 7. Okay, number 7. I noticed walking around messed up a couple of you. So it ends up being, it's condensed, so I'm going to expand it. Log 5 of 5 minus 3 log 5 of x. Everyone okay so far? What is log 5 of 5? 1. So 1 minus 3 log 5 of x is B. So that is the best answer. Yeah, that is the only answer. Sorry, because this one, log 5 of 5 is not 5. Okay, good? Everyone okay with that? Question in the back. I'm sorry. Why wasn't it 8? Why wasn't it A? Log 5 of 5 is asking 5 to what power is 5? 5 to the 5th power isn't 5. 5 to the 1st power. Remember when the subscript and the coefficient match, it cancels to 1. Okay, that was one of the log rules. Good? Okay. I'm moving on to number 8. Okay, number 8. Number 8, you should have done log 2 log y minus 1/2 log x. Why is it 1/2? Why is it 1/2? Square root is the power of 1/2, so you should have picked letter B. Good? Questions? Okay, number 9. You should have done x squared z over y. Remember, this is a power. This is multiply. This is division. So that would have been, sorry, the ln of x squared, which is letter C, yes? I can't read my typing. Letter C, yes? Okay. Oh, it's x cubed because I can't read the numbers, sorry. So it should have been C. I heard a question. Huh? Why is it not B? D? Okay, so it would have been D if this was in parentheses. The 3 is only with the x. You good? That's a good question, though. Everyone okay? All right, so clear annotation, move the screen. All right. Okay, how many people became ill when the outbreak first began? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? T equals 0. Well, when I put 0 here, e to the 0 power is 1, because anything the power of 0 is 1. So 30,000 divided by 20 is 1,500. Did I do that right? 1,500. Okay. I'm going to skip to letter C because it's the easiest. What's the maximum number of people that got ill? 30,000. It's your numerator, right? Because the bigger and bigger that this number gets, right, this is going to get closer and closer to 0. 19 times 0, okay? 1 plus 0 is 1. That's why it's always going to be the numerator. Okay, 10,000. So I do 10,000, sorry, equals 30,000 over 1 plus 19e to the negative 1.5t. I'm going to do a swappity swap. So 1 plus 19e to the negative 1.5t equals 30,000 divided by 10,000, which is simply 3, right? Subtract 1. I'm coming over here, sorry. And I get 19e negative 1.5t equals 2. E to the negative 1.5t equals 2 over 19. You need to take the ln of the whole fraction, ln of 2 over 19, and then divide it by negative 1.5, and you get, what do you get? You get 1.5? All right, let me just double check. I'm not trusting you this morning. 2 divided by 19, the ln of that. Oh, you guys are absolutely correct. All right, so it is 1.5. 1.5 weeks. Everyone good? Sorry, I didn't finish that one all the way, so I had to double check in the calculator. Questions? How I got 1,500? Sure. I replaced t with 0. So anything times 0 is 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So 19 times 1 is 19. 1 plus 19 is 20. 30,000 divided by 20, I drop the 0. And then 3,000 divided by 2 is 1,500. Okay. Shh. Yes? Negative 1.5. And you get 1.5. Because this is a negative 2.25, and when you divide by the negative 1.5, you get 1.5. Yes, if you ever forget the inverses, remember, if you have a graphing calculator, even the scientific calculator, the two items that share a button are inverses of each other. The answer is 1.5. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Sorry, I gotta. Okay. We are on number 12. We're cruising right through. Wow, that was really fast. We're already on number 12? Oh, I skipped 11. Hold on. I skipped 11. Okay, so 11 is very important. Here we go. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is condense. So log 2 of x plus 5 over x minus 1 equals log 2 of 2 squared. Yes? Now what can I do? What can I do? Don't make me do it all. Come on, what can I do? Jasmine. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to make that 4 in a second. Okay, what do both sides have, though? So I can go ahead and cancel it. So then I have x plus 5 over x minus 1 is equal to 4. Now what am I going to do? Cross multiply. So 4 times x minus 1 equals x plus 5. Don't forget to distribute. Some of you guys forget to do that. That gives me, sorry, I'm going up here. 4x minus 4 equals x plus 5. Yes. Subtract x from both sides. That gives me 3x minus 4 equals 5. Add 4. 3x equals 9. Divide by 3. X equals 3. You don't believe me? Plug it back in. No. You don't. You can. You don't have to. Sorry, that was, I think I was drawing an arrow or a pen slid. Sorry. Okay, so let's plug it in just to double check. 3 plus 5 is 8. 2 to what power is 8? 3, okay? Again, I told you guys, math is so cool. You can plug your answer in and see if you did it right. You can grade your own test before you turn it into me. Okay, so if I plug in 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 to what power is 2? 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, right? And then 2 to the what power is 4? 2. So 3 minus 1, this is 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. It works. Okay? You know, it's not necessary to do that. I was just showing you that it did work, that your answer worked. Okay. Unless, I guess, if it said justify, then that would be a good idea. All right, let's talk about the dock of the bay. Here we go. All right, at midnight, the depth is 2. So 0. Why did I put 0? Because military time, 100 hours. Okay, so 0 is 2 meters. The first high tide, oh, and that's low, so that's min, right? The first high tide is at 6.5, okay? Because 6:30 a.m. is 6.5 hours. And it is how deep? 8. Okay, so what is my 0 going to be? 5, because 8 plus 2 is 10, divided by 2 is 5. So I am actually, sorry. It says sketch. I didn't give you a graph paper, so I'm looking for the table, and I'm looking, can you identify the pieces? So we're focusing on part B, okay? So 5, what's my amp? 8 minus 2 is 6, divided by 3 by 2 is 3. Min 0 max. Who is that? Regular cosine? Inverse cosine. Beautiful. Okay. Is there a phase shift if I'm starting at 0? No. So the only thing I'm missing is the period. How far did it travel? Half a cycle, right? So pi in how long? 6.5. I did not show you guys this cool trick yesterday, and I am sorry. So I'm going to show you now. I don't like decimals and fractions, right? If I move this over one space, it's no longer a decimal. How do I move it over one space? Multiply by 10. So what I do the bottom, I have to do the top. So 10 over 65. Okay? 10 over 65. 10 and 65 are both divisible by what number? 5. So it ends up giving me 2 over 2 pi over 13. Because 10 over 65 is 2/13. Question. Yes, you are. Okay. Nope. I will not. Are we good? Yes. Huh? It's out of 100. If it's 40 points, we have to convert it out of 100 because it replaced the final exam. And I don't have control of it. It's already programmed in the grade book. Okay? All right. Good? Okay, now to do C, I actually use the graphing calculator. Okay? So the key is all of this needs to be in a parenthesis together or it doesn't work. That was the mistake I made this morning. Okay, so let me find my graphing calculator, which is hiding back here. Okay, so I am simply going to press y equals, and I'm going to type in my equation, which was -3 cosine, parenthesis, 2 pi divided by 13, parenthesis, x, close the parenthesis again, and then it was +5. The extra parentheses are important, okay? And I need to make sure that it's in what mode? No, I'm using pi. Is pi degrees or radians? Radians. It is in radian mode. So now I'm going to go to table set, okay? Now, I want to do 15-minute increments. What is 15 minutes as a decimal? 0.25. So I'm going to count up by 0.25. Okay, so I'm going to go to the second table and hope it works today. No, because a clock we usually look in, you can either look in 10-minute or 15-minute intervals is the easiest. Okay, so the boat needs how much water to come to dock? 3 feet. So I'm looking for 3 feet. So 3 feet is at 1.75. What is 1.75 in terms of what time in the morning or evening is that? An hour and 45. So what time is that? 1:45 a.m. 1:45 a.m. That's the answer, 1:45 a.m. They technically ended up being like 1:44, but I'm fine with 1:45. Cool? It's on the review. But what's the deal with my reviews? They're always harder than the RQA. Okay? Okay. And we're on the last two problems. Okay, so tell me everything. What do you know about the cosine pattern? Max, 0, min. Okay, which one of these graphs started a max? Only B. Beautiful. And what is the graph for sine? No. 0, max, 0, min. Okay, so which one is that? It is D. Okay? Don't forget the tangent makes the squiggly snake. Tangent makes the squiggly snake. If you forget, hit y equals, type tangent x. Okay? All right. Okay, last problem. And again, I'm notorious for a typo. So as I told you, whoops, I scrolled too far. I forgot to put it over 2. So sign, hand trick or build a right triangle. I did the hand trick. Does somebody need me to build the triangle though? Okay, hand trick. On the thumb side or the pinky side, how many fingers do I need up? Thumb side, 3 fingers. So my hand looks like this, and this finger's down, and then this, right? I'm trying my best. I'm not as artistic as you. I should have had you come up and draw it. Okay, so this is the square root of 3 over 2. So sine is the square root of 3 over 2. Who's sine's partner in crime? Cosecant. And what's cosecant going to be? Okay, and I required in the past rationalize the denominator. They do not. Okay, so now I can do cosine. Cosine's this side of my hand. So what is it? Well, just let 1 over 2. We're going to come back and do the sines in a second. Who's its partner in crime? So what's the reciprocal of 1 over 2? 2. Okay, now the whole thing, this is a fraction bar. So tangent is the square root of 3 over 1. Over 1 is not necessary, so you can just say the square root of 3. Making cotangent 1 over the square root of 3. Now, all students take cash. Who is positive? Only sine. So everybody else gets a negative. Problem done. All are positive. Sine is positive. Tangent is positive. Cosine is positive. No, it's not about the given. It's about the quadrants. Remember we kept making these quadrant pictures? All students take classes. All students take cash. Some of you came up with your own acronyms that I will not be saying. Yes. Okay, so let me draw a pretty picture. So this is 0 degrees. Is that what you're asking? This is 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. This is the sine side. This is the cosine side. So if I had said cosine was the square root of 3, then I would want 3 fingers up on my pinky, and this finger would have been down. You have your left hand out? Okay, so if I said cosine was the square root of 3, so starting, this is the cosine side, square root of 3 over 2, you need 3 fingers up. 1, 2, 3, next finger down. Cool? Or you could have done the right triangle. If we did the right triangle, boom, 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 here's theta. Okay? Doesn't matter how you draw your right triangle, as long, then you have to go back to this, all students take cash. Okay, so sine is opposite over hypotenuse, right? So this would have been the square root of 3, this would have been 2, and you could have done Pythagorean theorem to figure out that this was 1. Cool? All right. That is it. What other questions do you have for me? Yeah. You're going to have to ask it louder. I can't hear. I will be here during lunch. I will actually be in the math office because another teacher uses this room for us, so I'm not in here. Other questions? All right.